Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Angel from Simply Angel Tia. In this video we are starting to prep some summer things. So this is a long bikini cover or mesh skirt that you can wear just with shorts underneath if you want to wear it as just like a normal day wear, or you can wear it on the beach at the beach with your bikini. So it makes a great bikini cover for that. So this is what we're working on here. I'm using black because black goes with everything, so I can literally have any color of a bikini and we will be able to go with this, but you can obviously make it in any color of your choice, so you don't have to necessarily do it in the black. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to start this project. It's very easy, and then from there on you just repeat until you have the length that you want. You can make this shorter. I did it in a short version before, so you can definitely check that one on the channel as well. I believe I did it in black or white, or black and white, so check that out in the channel. But yeah, this is the long version of that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, my lovelies, before we get started with the video, I'm going to show you all the materials that we're using. So again, I'm just using one color for this one. I'm using black. This is Azurite by Timid. It's 100% acrylic. The color number, instead of black, I guess it's 585. So in case you want to know the number, but it's black. Recommended hook size is 3.5 to 4 millimeter crochet hook, and you get about 50 grams give and take, or 140 meters give and take with this. Okay, so you will probably need a couple for your project. I'm going to be using a little bit of a bigger hook size, so I'm using a 5 millimeter crochet hook, which is H8 US. I just prefer, it's my favorite hook. And then I have my darning needle here. I have a scissors, some stitch markers in case you need some, and I have a tape measure to be able to determine our size. Because this is just a all black, I may find some accessories at the store. I haven't gone to the store yet, so I don't know what I will do. So at the end of the video, I may end up having some accessories that I can kind of accessorize the bikini bottom cover with. So we will see at the end. Okay, so I don't have that here, but eventually I may have it. If I do, I will obviously talk about it on the video. But yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, my lovelies, so to get this project started, we're gonna obviously start by doing the band. I don't know why I say obviously, it's not very obvious, but we're gonna start by doing the band, because we often, when I do a skirt, pants, shorts, anything, I start with a band and I go down. There's obviously other ways of doing this type of clothing, but I do it like that. So I leave a little bit of a tail hanging to be able to sew the two sides of our band together. So not too long, just something like that. And then I'm going to start by doing a slip knot just like this. Okay, I do my slip knot, and I hope you can see it's black on black, but I like this black tablecloth because it makes it so that it's nice. But I often, when I do black on black, I try to make sure you guys can actually see it properly, and I hope you can. So after doing my slip knot like that, I will go ahead and do a chain of 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this is going to be the width of the band. So this is how it's gonna be. If you want this to be smaller, just do less chains, and if you want it to be wider, just increase the number of your chains. It doesn't matter by how many. There's no number of chains that you have to do. You can do it, you can add 3 more, 4 more, 5 more, 10 more if you want. Okay, so to start the first row, we're going to skip that chain right here, the final one. We just did the 11th one, and in the 10th one here, we're going to grab the back loop and complete a single crochet into the back loop. Okay, just like that. Voila. And then we're going to grab the second one here and do the same thing. So we just go in the back of our foundation chain here, and we just do back loop single crochets, and it's, in this case, it's the back of the chain. So you see the chain is like this, and you just grab these little lumps in the back. Okay, and you just do this all the way to the end. You will end up with 10 stitches, because the 11th one was our turning chain, and so you'll end up with 11th here, sorry, with 10. And those are the 10 that you will be working with until you finish the band. You will have 10 stitches at the end of the band. Okay, so as you can see, I'm coming to the end here, just like that, and then the final one is right here. Okay, voila. And then that's the first row, just simple single crochet row. Okay, for row 2 I chain 1 and turn. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And then in that very first stitch right here, we're gonna grab the back loop and complete a single crochet. So it's a single crochet back loop or back loop single crochet. Okay, and then you just go to the next stitch and you continue to do that all across your work here. Again, for those of you who are followers, I go through both loops for the final stitch, and it's just a preference. You don't have to. If you're used to doing this and not having to go through both loops, please do it the way you normally do it. It's not mandatory that you do it the way I do it, okay? That's not going to change much in terms of how the project turns out. Okay, so I'm going towards my 10th, so this is my 9th here. And then as you will see for the 10th, I go through both loops. I just grab the 2 loops like this. Okay, and I complete my single crochet. So that's row 2. And then for row 3, we just repeat what we did in row 1. So chain 1 and turn. And then in the very first stitch, complete your back loop single crochet. And then you do this through the first 9 stitches, if you're following the tutorial as I do it. And then in the 10th, you go through both loops, okay? So very simple to do the band. It's my favorite way to do the band for a lot of the wearables that I do. Yeah, so go ahead, continue doing this until you have what you need. And by what you need, what you will need to do is come to the work table with your measurements ready. So for example, for me, I'm making it for me because I need to be able to model my own projects for YouTube. So I often make everything for me and it's my size. So my the widest part of my hips is what we will measure, comes up to about 38 to 40 inches. I like it obviously to be a little bit loose, so I will probably increase that to about 41, 42. So the circumference. So what I will do then, I will work this until I can kind of stretch it to come up to around my hips at about the 41, 42 inches, okay? So that's what I will do. And then when I have finished that, I'll come back to the video so I can show you what we do next, okay? See you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies. So I have gone ahead and completed my band here. So as you can see, that's how long it is if it's not stretched. And then of course, when it stretches, it goes really, really stretchy. It's a very stretchy stitch, especially if you do it in acrylic yarn. It's a very, very stretchy yarn. But yeah, so this is the band. I ended up doing 100 rows altogether. And this is going to expand so that it fits me, it fits me very well. Excuse me. Okay, so we're done with the band here. It fits me, it stretches really well. So we're gonna go ahead and join the band up here. So I'm gonna bring in my darning needle and I'm gonna take the yarn that we left hanging when we started the band and I'm gonna bring that through. Excuse me. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just join it here, okay? So the first thing that I will do is I'm going to go through the first 2 loops of the work on this side here, just like that. And then I will match it to the other side. I'll go through both loops on the other side. I will pull that without pulling it too tight, just slightly. And then I will do it one more time just to secure that section here. And then for the rest of the remaining, I'm going to grab the inside loop on here and the outside loop on the other side. And I'm gonna go through and then I'm gonna repeat that until we have 1 stitch left, okay? So this is very simple. If you know how to join however you normally do it. You could be doing this by doing a slip stitch, or you could be doing this with a darning needle. It's up to you, but as long as you join it nice and neat here, that is all you need to do. So that's what I'm kind of going over here, okay? So this is my 9th, like that. And then for my 10th, which is this one here and that one, I will go through both loops here and I'll go through both loops on the other side. And this is just to make sure it's nice and steady. And like I did on the first side, I just go through that one more time. But here what I will do is I loop my yarn like this, and this will simulate a slip stitch like that, or slip knot. That way it kind of locks that in like this. And then I'll remove my darning needle, put it away, and now I have a band. Okay, so this is done here. Okay, and then that way you have your working yarn still attached, and you can just go ahead and go working with your working yarn. So now I know I have 100 stitches around here because I did around 100 rows. So that is kind of like the amount of stitches you have to work with. It's an even number. It's an even number, which is good, not odd, but even. So it's good because of how we're gonna work the next part of this project. Now, you have an option to do a row of either half double crochet or double crochet before you do the mesh. But what I will do is I will just go right into doing the mesh. I think that is okay to do that. So that means that I'm going to start by doing a chain of, let's say, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and this is here, these lumps here count as 2 rows of the single crochet, which I'm going to use kind of like my stitches. So this is coming from this valley here, and so I'm going to skip the top of this. I'm going to skip the top of this, and on top of this I'm going to do a single slip stitch. Sorry, I'm going to slip stitch there. Then I'm going to do a chain of 6 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, and on top of this I'm going to, let me see, not here, on top of here I'm going to do a slip stitch. Okay, because you want to make sure you're skipping, you're in the first, you're skipping 1, 2, 3 before you go into the fourth. So it's almost like you're doing it in multiples of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to skip here, and on top of here we're gonna go and do a slip stitch. Okay, and then do a chain of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So on here you go ahead and do a slip stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're gonna skip here. On top of here you're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, so you're gonna do this all around your band, and you're gonna do that until you come back to here. When you get to here, come back to the video and I will show you what to do for the next part. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I have worked my mesh all around the first row here. So as you can see, that is pretty much how it looks. Now, as you can see, I just did my last one right here with this gap left. So this gap here is where we join 2 sides. It's hard to tell how many stitches are here, but I'm going to use it like just like the 3 that I'm skipping here. So this is going to be a gap that has 3 stitches in the way I'm looking at it. Okay, so to go to the next row, I'm going to go ahead and do 6 stitches. So 6 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not 6 chain, but a chain of 6. And then what I will do is I will just go directly on here and just do a slip stitch on top of the previous chain 6 here. And then I'll go ahead again and do 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll go on top of the next chain 6 and just slip stitch. So just by going right underneath. Okay, so we just do the stitches like this. And then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then go right here and just slip stitch under that chain 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just repeat this. Okay, so you're gonna do this again all around. You should have something that looks like that for the second row. So you're gonna do that until you come back to here. When you get to here, come back to the video so I can show you how to start the next row, and then that's pretty much what a repeat it's gonna be like. So you're gonna be repeating that for the rest of the project. So for now, just finish this row around, and then when you get back to where we just started the second row here, come back to the video and I will go ahead and show you the next step. Okay, my lovelies, so I've gone ahead and completed my second row. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Very nice. This part here is gonna be very nice. So in terms of the size, it's gonna make it loose because this is wider here than, for example, here, you know. So to be able to finish off this row, I'm gonna do my chain of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm gonna go ahead and slip stitch here, and I just go ahead and do that here. Okay, and then to start the next row, you just do the same 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then you go slip stitch here, and then do a chain of 6, 4 5 6, then slip stitch here, and then you just continue this around until you come back here, and you just continue. Okay, so go ahead and continue this, because this is pretty much the repeat for the project until you finish it. So you can do this so that it's a short one, you can do it as a medium length, or you can do it as a long one. So I'm gonna do mine to be a long one, which means I'm gonna do it all the way to my ankles. And then like I said, I'm in a search for some accessories to be able to put just to make this black cover, bikini cover, a little bit more kind of, I guess, so it has some color to it. So I will see what I can find between now and when I can find it, and if I do, then I will come back to the video to show you how to accessorize it. Okay, so with that said, just keep working on your project until you finish and you have the length that you want, if it's short, medium, or long, and then come back when you've completed that. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I have gone ahead and finished this mesh skirt here. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Also, I wanted to really decorate this so it has some nice decorations on it. I was looking for some seashells to be able to incorporate into this pattern here. I looked on Amazon. It was going to be a while before they were delivered, and it had a lot of delivery fees for whatever, or something like that. So I didn't get that. I went to a couple of stores locally here and I couldn't find anything. So instead of waiting until I have the shells to be able to finish the video, I figured I'll just finish the video, and then maybe I'll do like a small video in the future to just kind of see how I can add it into the skirt. But anyway, so I finished the skirt. So again, this is a skirt obviously that is long, that goes all the way down. So as you can see, goes all the way down to just to above my ankles. The other thing that I did off camera here is I just made a strap. It fit me well without it, but I figured I will just make one anyways with the little bit of yarn that was left, because with washing it in the future, it's possible that it could get bigger, especially with acrylic yarn. So I decided to just do a strap, and I did a long chain, and then I just kind of weaved it in along the top of the skirt. If you don't know how to do this, check out any of the videos that skirt that has a strap, or pants or shorts that have straps. I will have shown you how to do that. Okay, so anyways, so this is the end of the video here. I pretty much completed the skirt. It's very simple. I show you guys how to start it, and then you work it to the end. So this is it here. So if you have come all the way to this to the end of the video here, thank you so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and as well share the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.